Yeah, hi,
Hi,
Amit. Yeah, how are you?
I'm Vijay.
Yeah, you are audible. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So, shall we start?
Yes.
Okay. So, could you introduce yourself?
My name is Dubey. I am from Jaipur, Rajasthan. I'm
Mm-hmm.
working as a Java developer in Natural Support Consultancy Private Limited. I worked on
Mm-hmm.
multiple banking sector projects like Kisan Credit Card, KCC, and
Mm-hmm.
also in internet banking,
Okay.
and also worked on some inventory projects for making REST APIs and
Mm-hmm.
Struts projects like on Struts work. Yeah.
Okay. So, how much experience you have, industry
Uh,
experience?
uh, in Java, I have 2 years experience, and I
Mm-hmm.
also worked on PHP. Yeah, 6 months work in PHP.
Okay. So, can you tell me about your recent project?
Yeah, I'm working in mm, on project Kisan Credit Card,
Mm-hmm.
which is connect to core banking to government website. Like
Mm-hmm.
we have to submit loan data to core banking to government website. So we have
Okay.
to make JSON data and send to government.
Okay. So,
Yeah,
the backend is in Spring Boot, right? In
yeah,
your
in the
project,
backend.
Java and Spring Boot.
Yes,
Okay. So what Java version you are using for this project?
1.8,
1.8.
1.8. Yes.
Okay. So can you tell me some features were introduced in Java 1.8, new features?
Uh,
So Java 1.8 is
yeah,
nothing but Java 8, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So
just
can
Java
you,
8.
yeah, can you tell me some new features that were introduced
Uh,
in Java 8?
the Lambda expression,
Okay.
one of things is Lambda,
Mm-hmm.
and I know about like this
Okay.
because
So,
I'm working. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I give interview like 2 years after I
uh,
join. Yeah,
That's fine. So, you have heard about Java Stream API, optional
yeah.
class,
I'm using.
and some
Yeah. I'm
method like
using
is blank. So these
HashMap.
are,
Yeah,
yeah. No, hash map.
I'm
No,
using
not.
HashMap. No.
No, I'm saying like these features were introduced in Java, like Stream API is blank method for a string and optional class. So these were introduced in Java 8.
Okay.
Yeah. So you said you are using HashMap in your project. So can you tell me what's the use of HashMap?
Yeah, you HashMap is like store values in key and value pair,
Mm-hmm.
and key cannot be duplicate. If we assign some duplicate key, then it will
Mm-hmm.
update newer value to um, their
Mm-hmm.
existing value.
Okay.
And also, it's use hashing technique to store the data.
Okay. So you must heard about tree set also.
Yeah, it's
So what's the
there.
difference
Yes.
between tree set and hash set?
Tree set and hash. Uh, I
Okay, so
I don't remember.
So basically tree set maintains order, but the hash set
And
doesn't, make the order, and
like
their complexities are also different.
time
Yeah,
complexity
yeah,
and
yeah.
space complexity.
Okay, no worries.
Okay.
Moving ahead.
Yeah.
Is Java 100% oriented programming language?
No, because it's not supported multi-level inheritance. It's not
Multi-level what?
multi-level inheritance. Like
Okay, multiple
once,
inheritance.
yeah, multiple inheritance. Like one parent class and there are multiple
Mm,
child class, which
mm.
can't be used same parent class.
Okay, so but that is different. Multiple inheritance is a different thing. So in Java, I mean, Java is not 100% object-oriented programming language because it uses primitive types. Uh, you must use like int, char,
Yeah,
like a small
yeah,
int.
cat.
These are
Yeah, yeah, I
primitive data
use.
types. These are not classes or object anything. So that's why Java is
Okay,
not 100% object-oriented programming language. Okay. So
okay.
yeah. Now moving to different questions. So do you know how
Yeah.
does Java implement polymorphism, or have you implemented
Uh,
polymorphism before?
yeah, like same name with all yeah, all is same name with different parameters. Yeah, I use it like I have some. I make some methods which is the same name with different
Mm-hmm.
parameter. Like I have multiple data of a farmer. I want to
Okay.
get data from account number, and
Mm-hmm.
other method is also I want to get data from account number and uh, their like we account number and state code. So I
Okay.
make two different methods with same name with
Mm-hmm.
different parameters. Like I have, if I have state code and account number, then I will call my other method which is which parameter is to. So I use it in this.
Okay. So you mean this is how you implemented polymorphism, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
In my project, yeah.
Okay, so have you created, have you created a singleton class in your project, or do you know about singleton classes?
Because yeah, singleton object is like in my project like Spring Boot. Like
Mhm.
we use a database queries to select multiple data like multiple times. So we have
Mhm.
like when we start a Spring Boot project, then
Mhm.
singleton automatically like object automatically created
Okay.
injected in my project. Yeah, so
Mhm.
like we have to use database queries like
Mhm.
when API is calling and we want some data from database. So uh, we have to not create a object like all the time. Only one
Mhm.
object already created in the started time. So we use this object to select the database, yeah, like select and update
Mhm.
data in database. So
Okay. So moving ahead, what does immutability mean in Java?
yeah, like string is immutable
Okay.
because it uses string pool, string buffer pool, I think. So
So a
we
string
can't.
is immutable or mutable?
No, string is not immutable because
Okay.
it uses string buffer pool.
Mhm.
Like like
So when we
we
try to
assign like
edit it, it gets created in different space. That's why, right?
yeah,
You
yeah,
are
yeah.
trying to say this. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mm.
Like we assign some variable like a equal to some name, and it is store in some string pool area. So
Mm.
we assign some same name with we assign some other value with same name. So it uses same string buffer pool area. So
Mm.
uh, we can't update yeah, string
Yeah.
can't yeah.
Got it. So let's say if I ask you to create an immutable class, so how would you create?
Immutable class
Yes, immutable class.
like final. I use final keyword like final.
Mm.
So
Okay.
we can't yeah.
Okay. And other than final.
Other than final,
Mhm. Okay.
I
So
remember.
okay. So first step is to make class as final, right? And then
Yeah, yeah.
second step is to set all fields private and final. Okay. And
Final. Yeah.
and do not provide setters and provide constructor to set all
Yeah,
properties, and so.
yeah, like we create an entity class, so
Mhm.
we only define private, and
Yeah,
we
yeah.
don't want to update. Yeah, so we cannot create a getter
Mhm.
setter and other things.
Yes, yes, yes. So, okay. So now moving forward. Mm, can you explain public static void main string args in Java, like the entry point?
And public static or the access modifier.
Hmm?
Access
When
modifier.
we access modifier. No, no, no. When we
Like,
write function, when we write program in Java, we always
yeah,
write public static void main.
public static.
Yeah, yeah. So I just want to know, like, what does this whole statement mean?
Yeah. Public means anyone can access, like in
Hmm.
whole project, like whole class.
Okay.
Static means, yeah, it can be changeable, like any variable, any one can change the method, like variables.
Hmm.
And void means,
I mean, why we write static before the main method in Java? Why we write static?
because it's run on execution time, like it's always, like when
Hmm.
we hit the class, so it's automatically main class executed.
Okay. So
So
I think I mean the modified answer would be when any program runs, so JVM gets loaded, right? So if
yeah,
we don't declare our main method static, so every time first program needs to be I mean program should create its object, then JVM execute it. So in order to I mean in order to if we declare it as a static, so we don't need to create an object again and again when we execute program. So that's why we create
yeah,
we
yeah.
make. Mhm. Yeah, go ahead.
It's automatically executed, like JVM define and execute the
Hmm.
main
Correct,
method.
correct, correct. And why void?
Void, void for return null, return anything, not return anything
Mm.
for this
Okay. Okay,
void.
so tell me one thing. What will happen if we
Yeah.
don't declare the main as static? Let's say you wrote some program and you just don't make main method as static. And when you run it, so what will happen?
Uh, it will run main method.
Okay. Are you sure?
We don't use static. Then
Okay, so you after
we
this.
have to we have to assign object, like mm, this will our main class.
So
So run
actually,
this
this
program.
this static keyword is must in the entry point. So we'll throw another. So you can try after this in mock interview. You can
Okay.
try to run a program without static keyword and see like what will it return.
Okay.
Okay, so moving ahead, can you tell me the difference between abstract classes and interfaces?
Yeah. Abstract class. Abstract class is like we only assign the method, and we write somewhere else, like we use in like we use bean and remote
Mhm.
in our project, like remote in remote class we only assigned mm, uh, only name, like what parameter it will accept, and we write all definition in bean class. So abstract class is this.
So I'm
And
I'm I'm asking in general, like I'm not asking in your project. I'm asking in general. What's the difference between abstract classes and interfaces? The general differences.
Extra classes we used to like I forget like I
Yeah, so basically, abstract classes can have both abstract and concrete methods and can maintain state through field variables. Okay. And whereas interfaces can only have abstract methods until Java 8, where default and static methods were introduced and cannot maintain state as they cannot have instant field. So
we
did
use
you?
interfaces like in our ATM project like where
Mhm.
ATM console are open and it's a interface type.
Okay,
So
okay. So, okay, no worries. So moving ahead, have you heard about Java memory model and garbage collection?
yeah,
Can you explain
I
these both terminology, Java memory model and garbage collection?
I know about garbage collection like we have assigned some variables and we don't use so it's in
Mhm.
it's like a garbage like we
Okay,
assign
so
some array
so
array
what's a
size.
what's a core principle of garbage collection means what actually garbage collection do? So you are saying some example like declaring something, but I'm asking like what garbage collection do, but its core principle. So
Garbage collection like
yeah, yeah, go ahead.
hmm?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead. If you know,
garbage
yeah, go ahead.
garbage collection is like we don't use some variables and other things so it's in garbage. I remember this.
Yeah, so basically, garbage collection is a process in Java that automatically identifies and delete objects that are no longer in use to free up memory resources. So that's the main principle or work, work of this Java garbage collection.
Like we
So
created some object and we don't use it's automatically
yeah, it's automatically
matlab,
clean up. And this is one of the most favorite questions of interviewer. They may ask multiple questions or garbage collection. Like on the top of this, they may ask like, how does garbage collection affect system performance? So yeah, tell
okay
me how
okay I will
does
prepare for
do you know how does garbage collection affect system performance?
and
Okay, so basically garbage collection can improve system performance by automatically reclaiming memory and preventing memory leaks. So it can cause like pauses in the application execution, especially if garbage collection in runtime frequently or taking a long time to complete. So that's how.
like we use multi-threading like I have used multi-threading.
Okay.
So if I created some objects like sending data and getting data if it don't
Okay.
like I use some scheduler to get data
Mhm.
from get master data from government side
Mhm.
like in every 1 hour it will automatically run like if I don't some like I created some object and I don't use
Mhm.
so it's
Mhm.
automatically garbage collection will it handle it right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it will be used in, it can be used in other multi-threads as well because it's a generic for whole Java. Okay, no worries.
Whole project yeah
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Moving
yeah
ahead. Uh,
yeah
if a method throws an IO exception, so how would you handle it?
I iOS
IO exception, I mean any exception.
input output yeah
Yeah, let's say IO
uh,
exception.
I write yeah catch try catch and
Hmm.
finally block yeah
Hmm.
in catch
Okay.
we catch the exception and throw some error
Hmm.
like this will happen yeah like direct we can print
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
print stack dot e and
Got it,
so
got it.
yeah in console print error and we
Hmm.
can identify what it is.
Okay, okay. Got it. So, do you know about the optional classes in Java 8?
And classes,
Have you used?
no, like,
Okay, okay. So, basically, optional is a container object and used to contain not null object. So, it basically, uh,
IOC.
IOC is a different thing. In IOC, you mean inverse of control or what?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, that's different. That is in Spring Boot. But this option class helps us to prevent null pointer exception when we use this. So just read it after this. Okay.
Yeah, I write some queries and query return null. Then we can use optional class.
Mm, uh, maybe. Okay. So no worries.
Yeah,
Moving ahead. Have you heard about solid principles?
solid principle
Okay.
no.
So this is also one of the important concept, solid principle, and this is I cannot explain here. Otherwise, this video
So
would be
yeah,
longer.
I will read about
Yeah, yeah,
after
read
studying.
about the solid principles. And this is
Okay,
also a great thing for developers who are having some experience here, at least greater than 1 year. So these things are very important. Solid principles are very important.
okay. I'm giving interview after 2 years
Yeah, yeah,
because
that
I'm
is fine. That's fine. And that's
uh,
fine. You are doing great. No problem. So moving ahead, can you tell me the advantages of using Spring Boot over traditional Spring application?
because the advantage main is configuration. Like
Okay.
we like in I've also worked on Struts and Spring Boot both. I
Mm,
started with Struts project. So there
okay.
are I have to I use JMS sender. JMS sender is like a message sender.
Mm-hmm.
So in I use JMS sender in Spring Boot also and Struts also. So in Spring Boot, there are I use some configuration and my JMS is working. And in Struts, I have to configure some lot of files in
Mm-hmm.
there are multiple files to configure this. So main feature is configuration, XML configuration.
Okay,
So we
okay.
use Spring Boot.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you are saying in Spring Boot, we don't need to write some additional configurations and all things
Yeah,
that we
yeah.
used
We
to do
only
in
use
Spring
like,
Framework. And
yeah,
this
we use
reduce the boilerplate code.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And other than this, we don't need to write the code for server. Like the Tomcat is
Yeah.
inbuilt server, and there are
Tomcat, yeah,
many more.
yeah, yeah, we have to write some code in
Mm-hmm.
MS SQL DS files and
Mm-hmm.
other than XML files.
Okay,
And
okay. So
in
have
Spring
you
Boot only,
okay, okay. So have you heard about Jetty server?
I use no,
Okay, so basically, as we know, Tomcat is inbuilt server in Spring Boot, right?
yeah,
But if
yeah,
we
yeah,
want to
we
use some other servers like Jetty, so we can all replace it. So do you know how can we replace it?
in form.xml
Mm-hmm.
we write some configurations
Yes,
and
we have to
application
exclude
dot
that
prop.
one and include this one. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so in form.xml, we can write some code
Mm-hmm.
for the configured about Jetty, and
Mm-hmm.
also we connection of database. We write the code in application.properties.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Okay,
for
okay.
connection we yeah.
Yeah, okay. Nice. So, moving ahead, mm, how does Spring resolve dependencies at runtime? Do you know?
Spring at runtime,
Yeah,
like
dependence.
yeah, dependency I have a class uh, a controller class. which I have included some other classes injection, like I created some objects, and I also imported in my class. So
Okay.
if I don't use, yeah, if I don't use like which I included some other class, like then it's automatically uh, it's automatically like a garbage collection.
Okay.
So
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah, it might be so. Basically, during runtime, Spring creates and maintains a container of beans, and when an application runs, Spring injects these
yeah,
beans where required, right? You are trying to say this, right?
yeah,
Managing the
yeah,
life
yeah,
cycle
yeah,
and
yes.
dependencies of bean throughout
Yeah,
the application.
managing a life cycle, like
Mm.
which object is required, then it will automatically
Mhm.
assign those beans. Like which is not required, then it will mm, automatically
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, got it, got it.
uh, yeah,
So
yeah,
moving ahead, I saw in your resume that you have used Spring MVC as well, right? So,
yeah.
right. So can you tell me how is the request mapping handled in Spring MVC?
Yeah, it was a request mapping like we like request mapping like we created like we create some AP we create when we create API like a REST control use REST controller. So
Mm-hmm.
it return values in JSON, XML, and
Okay.
so yeah. So we
Okay.
already normally use a thing REST controller for return response in JSON and XML.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
Like my
So,
all APIs are based on
okay. Okay.
which I
Got it.
created in my project.
Mm. Okay. So, okay. So moving ahead, can you tell me what's the use of controller advice annotation? Have you used this annotation?
So,
Controller advice.
con- no, I don't know.
Have you
Controller
used
advice.
have you used
No, no,
global exception handler before in your project? Global
no.
exception
Global
handler.
and
No.
no.
Okay. No worries. So moving ahead. Okay. So do you know about JDBC?
Yeah, Java, yeah, I know. Like a connection between SQL and my project, Java
Okay.
project.
Okay.
Yeah,
So how does Spring manage transactions in JDBC?
connection like it's an inbuilt function in Spring Boot. Like it's automatically uh, transaction means like I don't
Uh, Transactions means operations.
like get and update or delete
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
data. Like so, we use entity class for this like
Okay.
trade yeah tables
Mhm.
and for inbuilt query like we want to write our queries and we use query select
Okay,
for
okay.
get the data, yeah, and also update for update we use transaction at the rate transaction
Mhm.
annotation like we want to update
Mhm.
delete some data from query, then we use at the rate transaction annotation and yeah, I know. At the rate transaction annotation we use.
Okay, okay. Mm,
Yeah.
okay. So, how will you secure REST APIs to, or how do you
For
secure?
use yeah using uh, JWT authentication. Like when we
Mhm.
yeah we use a token for like access token like
Mhm.
how who can use our API. Like we use to JWT authentication token for this.
Okay.
So
Okay.
only have will only, yeah.
Mm,
Who can
mm,
use like which have authenticate token.
okay.
Yeah, I use in my project.
Okay. Nice. So moving ahead, as you said, as mentioned in your resume that you know about microservices as well, right?
Yeah,
So,
I worked on some ATM console. So ATM console and also some interest posting
mm,
console. So like
okay.
it's different from our project. Like it's a
Mm,
part of our project and it's executing other parts.
okay.
Like it's not directly connected to our main project.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
executing some different environment. Yeah.
Got it, got it. But you know the basics of microservices, like basic principles.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, basic
So,
principle I will, yeah.
and I have a question for you. Let's say
Yeah.
if I ask you to create a Zomato application in a microservices architecture, so how much microservices you would create?
Like I would create uh, first I will create for Zomato uh, two or three microservice like accept the mm,
So
order and
can you
send
tell me
to
one by one, like one microservices you would create for this, and second you would
yeah.
create for,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, firstly I will create for accept the orders from
Okay.
users, and second one will create
For
to
user, yeah, it
uh,
means first you would create a microservice for users, means for us.
users. Like
Okay. Who is
we
going
use
to order?
users.
Users, I mean,
Like
who all are going to make order, you would create a first microservice for them.
okay,
No, I'm
and
asking you.
yeah.
Okay, okay, go
Can you
ahead.
tell? Can you repeat? Yeah, can you repeat?
No, I'm trying to understand you. Like, you would create first microservice for, can you tell me?
Yeah, users. Like
For
which
users.
user will request? Yeah, like when user order something
Mhm.
from app.
Okay, and second,
And second for like uh, first receive and send to main server like main Zomato server which is running.
okay, so I, I'm getting. You are trying to say this is a two part. It seems like front end and back end. What you are trying to say, it seems like front end and back end. One is user is giving an order, and second one is sending those to server. So, and what? Okay, okay, no worries. So, what all other microservices you would create?
For like when main server will accept the
Mhm.
request like and then send to other like order to like restaurant other so I will create some second one to send
Okay.
the requested to like request
Mhm.
uh, restaurant, yeah.
Okay, okay.
So
So,
there
okay,
are two,
got it,
yeah.
got it. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. No worries. Moving ahead, can you tell me what, how would you design model for the delivery boy? Let's say you are going to create a DTO. Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So what fields would you add? Like what mandatory fields would you add in while designing the DTO for delivery boy in your backend system? Like one
It
is
should be
delivery boy
available.
ID, second is delivery boy name. So
Okay, okay.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, its ID, its name, and its main thing is it's available or not, like its
it's available
timing
now.
system. Yeah.
Then
If it's available, then we assign
mm,
and available and also location.
Location is also important, right? Next.
Yeah, and location distance from like from restaurant.
Yeah, yeah.
How far it's,
How
yeah.
far it is.
Mm,
Okay. Next.
yeah, yeah, and
And what about
how far?
verification of that delivery boy, like Aadhaar card and all these details are also
It's yeah, it's like for verification we use some
mm,
other ID from
IDs,
uh,
contact number,
yeah
email
ID
address,
and for mobile number, yeah,
in which city
all
he
things,
is assigned to, like pin code of that city.
yeah,
Okay, okay.
in Guru. Okay.
Okay, so one last question. So, can you tell me how do
Yeah,
you resolve conflicts while merging? How do you resolve conflicts in GitLab or GitHub, whatever you use?
yeah. I am. This is my daily task. Like I push the code in main branch, so
Mhm.
I have to resolve get conflict. Yeah, I
Mhm.
open the file and also I usually worked on IntelliJ. So
Mhm.
yeah, I merge the file and open in my IntelliJ, and
Mhm.
uh, I'm try to resolve like
Mhm.
if I remove the line, what
Mhm.
will happen? If I include the file, what will happen? Like
Mhm.
some other people are working on same file,
Mhm.
so uh, I have to like I have to understand the main code. If I remove,
Mhm.
I so yeah.
Okay, okay. Got it, got it. Okay, so Amit, it's done from my side. So your
So
one second, your name is Rishabh or
Amit Dubey.
Amit? Okay, but I can see Rishabh here in your Zoom
Oh,
profile.
it's
Yeah, yeah, no worries.
my
So
brother. Yeah,
yeah,
my
so
brother
Amit,
taking.
mhm.
Yeah,
Okay. So it's done from my end and was nice interview.
yeah.
So what I'm
Can you give me some yeah,
feedback?
some
Yeah, yeah,
tips like
yeah, yeah. So
yeah,
you
how can
are
I prepare for?
yeah, yeah. So you are good in practical things. You are good in Spring Boot, database connections and all. What I feel is you are lacking in Java, core Java. So I think
Because
before,
I'm not working, like I'm
yeah,
working
yeah, yeah. I know.
daily task. Yeah.
So one tip is whenever you go for an interview. I'm not talking about this mock interview. These mock interviews are for just practice only. If you are not prepared, just go for work. That's okay. But for the real interview, just revise or I mean do some practice on core Java also because that's also important. So
Okay.
that's what I feel. That's where you are lacking. Okay, and you are good in Spring Boot and database and microservices things. And how much
Because I
experience you have?
am working in Java 2 years.
Yeah, so for 2 years years of experience, I think this Spring Boot and database things it's fine. So just practice core Java only. So yeah, that is my
Okay.
feedback.
Okay. Are you providing some course, yeah, anything like for a prepare interview?
No, no, we don't provide courses actually. We just post some YouTube videos on YouTube
Yeah,
for
yeah.
this.
I am watching where
What
interview
what
for.
what we can do for you is you can participate in mock interview anytime whenever you
Yeah.
think like you are confident. You can ping us like I'm again ready for giving the mock interview. Then we will set up again.
Okay.
Until
I will
you,
prepare.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I will prepare in this week, and
Mhm.
after like the next weekend,
Mhm.
I will give a mock interview. Or I will prepare for
Yeah, yeah.
some Java questions and other things,
Sure, sure,
and I
sure.
will.
Okay. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.